A famous philosopher once said that life is a stage and everybody plays their part. For a man wears a mask, and the most successful of men knows how to change his mask at every time and be the same character with a different face. Relate that to the show.
Whew, that was it. Like, ain't no philosophy behind me. Like, I'm just be honest. Like, it's nothing for me to sit there and say, yo, here's the blueprint. This is what was done. This is how this was. It's just, yo, my faith in God, and I just do it. Like, I have no blueprint to Mayhem. Like, Mayhem is just that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I took the time out to create it, yes. I took the time out to film it, direct it, edit it. But there's no blueprint for me to lay out in front of anybody and be like, yo, this is how you do this is this, and this is for this purpose. It ain't. Mayhem is just Mayhem. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make sure I deliver great entertainment. You know what I mean?
Mayhem is the Game of Thrones meets Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Mayhem has fantasy.
Yeah.
Mayhem has intrigue. And Mayhem has cutthroat survival.
Yeah,
at the
definitely. At the heart of that.
But part of that cutthroat is even being seen in the show. And what I love about the show is, you know, I wanted a sweatshirt of everything that came out with the bread at, rest of the process. I got my Garden State, like I wanted, and that's what made the show deliver. Joint with the 8-ball on it, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just, here's my show.
Man.
It was messages in the clothing,
Man.
Jersey pride, trust the process, where the bread at. It was branding, that when I see that, oh, I know you watch Mayhem, or you like me.
Exactly.
But it was also, take charge of your brand and be your brand, own your brand. Don't survive, live. From the people who act in the show, I'm gonna take you out of this one. I just want y'all two to answer this one. Now that you're branded, what is your overall goal that you want to take from Mayhem to your next thing? You can start with you first.
Just take the opportunities that Mayhem has brought to me and stuff. Mayhem opened up a lot of doors for me right now, so I'm just using that as an opportunity to back me up on my next level in my career.
Me as well, like I said, I'm going to use my platform to, like, I've done great with my female clothing line, and it's because of Mayhem. You know, he came up with the male humble beast, and I thought about, well, what about the females? And it worked. It did actually better than I thought it was going to do. So I'm going to stick with that.
That's excellent. The thing that bothers me is being typecasted, because you'll do something so well that nobody will see you as anything else. And my favorite TV show of all time is Martin, right? Everybody know Cockroach. But when he became Cole, he was something different. When everybody saw Little Shop of Horrors, you know, they weren't even Pam and Gina. They were the light-skinned girl and the dark-skinned girl who could sing. But then we saw their chops and they came out. Tommy's been around in everything. And even Martin, he was the nerdy little guy, and what's happening now to Martin, I'm the man. What I see in Mayhem is that you have captured the personality of the hood, and you can actually branch off almost every character in that show and give them their own show. That is a competitive genius's trait. When most people fail is they can't tell the truth, and what other people tell is they can't tell a story. You've been able to capture the truth and the story in the presentation of Mayhem. So what's next?
There's a lot next, because again, Mayhem is not my best work. Mayhem is my stepping stone. If you sit there, as everybody talk highly of Mayhem, there's a lot of things missing in Mayhem. You know what I mean? A lot of real life stuff missing, and it's just, it wasn't the time to do it all. You know what I mean? Because we're still building this platform. I don't want to start branching off into different type of storylines that may affect the show. So I took time to develop. So Mayhem is still in a huge development part. Yes, we're in season 2.5, but I could run Mayhem for 20 seasons because that's how much stuff I have for Mayhem. We don't have nothing about AIDS in Mayhem. We don't have nothing about rape. We don't have nothing about a lot of the real topics that can be touched and send out real messages. You get what I'm saying? So Mayhem could continue forever, and again, it's not my best work, so this is why I chose to branch off and make a Mayhem South. This is why I'm also have a short film that I'll be filming right after this season called Turmoil. So you can start seeing inside my brain and what I really have to offer. Besides just Mayhem, because Mayhem is, let's be honest, it's an urban street film. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we just hitting on topics that I know is gonna be entertaining to the people and capture you. Like, I can't wait till the next one. But wait until I really get in my bag.
I felt that with you, because Mayhem South looks a little interesting.
Man, nobody has no idea.
I'm a little intrigued by that. But in looking at your work, and I could be wrong, because like you said, I only seen a little bit. I think your best creation is going to come when you come out of your isolation.
Yeah.
That even as you're creating, you're growing yourself.
Oh, yes.
Right now, if I had to put it to an anime, you just got your red beams. You ain't even get your blonde hair yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it takes that lane. That's where I'm stepping out. Once I'm finished with the season finale of Mayhem, I'm moving to North Carolina, and I'm gonna do Mayhem South. And like I said, this one is gonna be, of course, it's gonna have similarities to this Mayhem, but I got so much that I wanted to put in this Mayhem that I wasn't allowed to, that I'm gonna put in this one. And I feel Mayhem South will be bigger than this Mayhem. Because not only because it's my show and we already got a platform, is because I got a lot of resources behind this one. With Mayhem here, the resources is very, very slim, next to none. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? This is Jersey. So for a year, Mayhem South been in play. People was getting behind it. We threw a casting call. A bunch of people showed up. All of that. But now that the trailer's out, they see that it's real, and they see that my name is actually really on it now. It got different. North Carolina is 2 states. There's a North and a South. You get what I'm saying? So we got both states that want to collab with Mayhem. So I got 10 cameramen right now as we speak. Got 100 actors, people that want to be involved in it as we speak. I got 100 businesses that allow they businesses for our show. My resources is completely different down there than it is up here. And I've been doing this up here for 3 years. And it's still, if I need a scene for a restaurant, I still probably can't get it. This is why you see majority of the scenes outside. You get what I'm saying? Versus, I got 100 houses down there. My partner owns 25 houses. So, locations is infinite. You get what I'm saying? It's just, this is why I feel it's going to be better. I know what I had here to work with, I MacGyvered it. Down there, I got a lot of help, cameramen, editors. Behind the scenes, it's probably going to be like 70 people behind the scenes that's doing their job, this particular job. All I got to do when I get down there, write the story, direct, and we.
That's dope, because part of great leadership is knowing how to delegate responsibility. Mm-hmm. And in the beginning, because I feel the same way you do, I think heritage hip hop is dope. And because of the Jersey stigma, it runs a little slow. And people told me, bro, come to Atlanta, come here, we got you. And I'm like, no, not right now, because I want to make sure I solidify home first.
Yeah, exactly.
And part of delegating responsibility and leadership is not only knowing your foundation, but knowing who's with you.
Exactly.
Famous story. Everybody know who Moses is, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody knows about how Moses parted the Red Sea. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows about the 10 Commandments. But nobody talks about how Moses had to go up the mountain. And when he went up the mountain, he had to pick 10 leaders to help him delegate responsibility to the people. Mm-hmm. So while he went to get the commandments in the communion of God, we had people who governed the people and brought the issues of the tribes to him. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, as the story goes, those people wanted power in the end. And that goes with people.
It comes with it.
Yeah, people wanted power, and that's why we got the Talmud, and we got all these other books that came out that had witchcraft, or so they say, and all these other things in it. But it was the fact that even the Lord had to tell Moses, like, yo, you gotta chill. You're doing a little too much. Mm-hmm. And if you do too much, you're holding too much. You're holding too much in your hands. You gotta let go to receive.
Exactly.
And until you let go, sometimes you gotta let go everything to see the bigger picture at the end of the journey. So I respect that.
Let me answer that. Let me get to that delegation part real quick. I just want to answer this, give you a little backstory on me. So this is so people get a better understanding of the delegation. A lot of people don't know that I ran a Walmart store for 7 years as a manager, assistant manager overnight. You're talking $180 million store. You're talking 90 employees that was directly under me. Contingency to the whole store that's still under me, but you know, this is my staff on overnight, but I used to do day shift. So you're talking 400 something employees. You know what I'm saying? I had the backbone of that store. That $180 million was $180 million because I ran that store. Along with, you know, my co-managers. You get what I'm saying? Not just me, but, you know, under my thumb of delegation, a lot of sales wouldn't have been made if the shelves is not stocked. I had to have people in place for that. You know, break Walmart down, you walk to that store, you got food, you got clothes, you got shoes, you got toys, you got electronics, you got sporting goods. Through all, it's 20 something different departments in there. And in them 20 different departments, I have to delegate to each one of them. Yo, I need you to go to this department and make sure that you have this done 100%. You know, then I have my staff that's under me, make sure that, you know, double back around, make sure everybody's doing their job. So when it comes to delegating, and this is why I say I feel Mayhem South will be that much more, because it's actual people that know this job. You get what I'm saying? Cameramen that knows the camera. Not somebody that, you know, and not taking away from them because they helped a lot. Like Ed is one of them. He stepped up and helped behind the camera, but he don't know how to colorization. You know what I'm saying? I have to set it up for him. So I can't be over here saying, doing this while I'm 100% confident that he's gonna have the colorization right. He's gonna have the zoom right. He's gonna have the focus right. You know what I'm saying? So how could I delegate to somebody that just don't know versus delegating to somebody that knows? Of course, there's a training process to help someone that don't know, but again, that person has to step up to that plate and be willing to bat. I could bring you to the water. It's up to you to drink it. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes with that. So that's why I just feel like Mayhem South would be so much better, because it's not just me as the head. I have a partner, 50-50 partner down the middle. You get what I'm saying? And everybody else that follow behind. So this is why I just feel like I'm so, like, I believe in it so much, I'm moving my family down there to film it. I'm not just going down there and say, all right, I'm gonna spend a weekend, film, shoot back to Jersey, do what I do over here. Like, I'm actually gonna give it my 100% full attention. So this is why I just feel like this one is gonna be so much better, because I'm only gonna be writing and directing. Everything else will be getting handled from other people that we're delegating to.